force is making them do the wrong thing, even though they know it's wrong. So Krishna had a very simple answer. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhava. That means the culprit is desire, which also gives rise to what happens if your desire is unfulfilled? Anger. So he says kam, which means desire, and krodh. These are the enemies, Arjun, which are responsible for such behavior. He says that actually, this is the only technical part you'll have to remember. So everybody paying attention? There are three qualities of the material world. Good, bad, and in between. In between, we call it the selfish or passionate quality. It's called Raj or Rajogun. Over here on the bad side, it's called Tamogun. And on the good side, it's called Sattva or Sattvagun. Everybody has these three qualities in their mind. So then it's a question of, are you having good thoughts which are increasing the sattvic quality so you're becoming a better person? Or are you having bad thoughts that's increasing the tamas quality? Or are you having rajas thoughts? So rajas thoughts are when you're feeling selfish, just like, oh, I really want this thing. I want the chocolate. I want the TV. I want the video game. I want that house. I want that car. That's a rajas feeling. And then sattvic is more like karma yoga type of thinking, not being attached to things, doing what you have to with a higher sense of duty. And then tamogun or tamas way of thinking is when you're actually willing to harm others or do wrong things to get what you want. Yes, that would be an extreme example. So Krishna says actually desire, that selfish desire, comes out of Rajogun and it's in everybody's mind. And then because of desire and anger, people do wrong things. So how does it work? He says if your mind is like a mirror, when it's very sattvic, then it's like a clean mirror, you can see very clearly, a perfect reflection. Then if it gets more dirty, you can't see as much. The image is blurry. If it becomes completely covered in dirt, then you can't see anything. Kam and krodh do this to your mind. Like the mirror becoming dirty, so kam and krodh cloud your mind so that you can't then think clearly what's right and what's wrong. Like, let's say you really want something, but you don't have the money to buy it. So you think, let me just go and steal it. Don't you know that stealing is wrong? Yes, I know it's wrong. Then why did you do it? Because I wanted it so much. So the desire clouded your mind, so you knew what was right and wrong, even that became clouded and you just did it. Even a thief knows it's wrong to steal. If you steal from a thief, won't the thief be upset? So it's not like the thief thinks that stealing is good. If you lie to a liar, won't the liar be upset? Yeah, so that even someone who lies all the time doesn't like to be lied to. So we know, even when we're doing that wrong thing, that it's a wrong thing. But sometimes our mind gets overcome by desire, and sometimes it gets overcome by anger. Yes?
So why do adults play poker then?
Well, do you think adults are free from all of this, meaning that their mind is somehow perfect? No. Their mind is also subject to this sattva, rajtam. They have desires just like kids do. They have anger just like kids do, sometimes more. Just because you become an adult, these problems don't automatically go away. They only go away to the extent you purify your mind by attaching it to God. So if someone becomes an adult and they haven't done any devotion to God, they haven't done any karma sannyas, they haven't done any karma yoga, then their mind, instead of becoming more pure, it's probably more impure from the time they were a 10-year-old. Does that make sense? Yes.
If desire has already sprouted or risen in the mind, are you basically trapped because your only outcome is anger or greed?
Yes. So then you're caught in that cycle. But there is a way out of it. You can divert that desire towards God. There's no way to smother a desire or kill a desire. It always just comes back stronger than ever. So you divert it towards God. Whatever it is you're desiring, it's for happiness, right? And really there's 5 kinds of things we can desire because we have 5 senses. So you can either desire something to see, something to smell, something to taste, something to touch, something to hear. 5 kinds of desires that rule our world. So just divert them. You're thinking you have a really strong desire to see something, then just think, okay, this desire is not wrong. My mind is desiring this because it wants to be happy and it believes seeing a beautiful thing will make me happy. However, I know that by desiring that within the world, I'm getting myself caught in that cycle of desire. So there's no point in doing that. So what to do with that desire? Divert it. Saints and scriptures have described Krishna, his beauty, all the forms of God, their beauty. That it's, if you take the most beautiful beauty queen of the whole earth, one hair from Krishna's head would be infinite times more beautiful than that most beautiful beauty queen. Imagine actually seeing Krishna. So we can divert our desire. Think of Krishna instead. You mean I should have called him handsome, not beautiful? Yes.
About how big is our soul?
Our soul is so small that it can't be measured. It's called infinitesimal, or the word in Sanskrit is anu. So it's infinitely small.
Like, would it be anywhere close to like a piece of our hair?
Well, to give an example, in our Upanishads, it's told that to describe the size of the soul, if you take one of your hairs and you just take the very tip of it and you cut it into 100 pieces, and you take one, maybe you have to use a microscope or something, and you find one of those pieces and cut that into 100 pieces, and find one of those pieces and cut that into 100 pieces, even that is still much, much larger than your soul is. Yes. Yes.
Does our Hinduism say why Krishna chose?
Take the mic.